my God! No! Guys, my God! What are you doing? No, this is wrong. Oh my God! Look at what you did to him! Oh my God! Guys, come on.
This is nuts. Case a doctor. No, I don't.
Guys, this is not right. Can't the pilots drive the water? Can't they run a car from the pilots and have them drive?
Hey, come on. Come on. Gotta go.
Oh, this is
busted his lip.
Oh my God, look at what you did to him. Oh my God. Oh my
Good work,
God.
guys. Good work. Way to go.
This is horrible.
Before she gets walked off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the police grabbed the guy.
Jesus.
He's an older doctor. He wouldn't get off the plane.
Oh.
And so they forced him off.
I have to go home. 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 I have to.
Watch, United calls authorities to brutally drag doctor off plane, to give seat to employee. Appalling cell phone video uploaded to social media shows 3 stocky security guards encircle a man belted into his seat and ask him to leave the plane, but then quickly undo his restraint, and, as he screams in refusal, savagely drag him off the Louisville-bound flight just so a United Airlines employee could take his seat. Seemingly taking cues from Shirley Jackson's The Lottery, in which death by stoning awaits the winner, the as yet unidentified man was literally forced to give up his seat for a United employee when a computer randomly picked 4 seats in the booked-to-capacity flight after flight attendants failed to persuade any passengers to leave voluntarily. Worse, witnesses to the jaw-dropping Sunday night incident at Chicago's O'Hare Airport say the man claimed to be a doctor and refused to obey security thugs' commands to deboard because he needed to be at the hospital to attend to his patients come Monday morning. Gizmodo reports. Passenger Audra Bridges, who uploaded a video of the incident to Facebook, told the Courier-Journal that United initially offered customers $400 and a hotel room if they offered to take a flight the next day at 3 p.m. Nobody chose to give up the seat that they paid for, so United upped the ante to $800 after passengers boarded, announcing that the flight would not leave until 4 standby United employees had seats. After there were still no takers, a manager allegedly told passengers that a computer would select 4 passengers to be kicked off the flight. In other words, a United staffing issue caused by United overbooking its flight became the impetus for the airline to force an alleged doctor of medicine with obligations of his own to detained against his will, and violently so, literally because he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the surreality of the situation didn't end there, as Bridges added, paraphrased by the Courier-Journal. The man was able to get back on the plane after initially being taken off. His face was bloody and he seemed disoriented, Bridges said, and he ran to the back of the plane. Passengers asked to get off the plane as a medical crew came on to deal with the passenger, she said, and passengers were then told to go back to the gate so that officials could tidy up the plane before taking off. A United Airlines spokesperson's sterile explanation for what was done to the innocent doctor did not provide any reassurance for anyone planning future flights who would prefer their seat not become conditional to bloody removal at the company's behest. Flight 3411 from Chicago to Louisville was overbooked, the spokesperson told Gizmodo. After our team looked for volunteers, one customer refused to leave the aircraft voluntarily and law enforcement was asked to come to the gate. We apologize for the overbook situation. Further details on the removed customer should be directed to authorities. When, precisely, authorities became fascist, exceeding police and violent enforcers of corporate policy, the United spokesperson failed to say, though perhaps the company and the rest of the airline industry might want to consider a change in the policy of overbooking planes like sardines and forcing people into unwanted delays and layovers and, particularly, the affront to freedom itself, as captured on video. Any airline willing to perform a bloody and forceful eviction of a paid customer who hadn't so much as broken a ridiculous dress code might as well be racing to dig its own grave. Everyone was shocked and appalled, Bridges opined of the harrowing incident. There were several children on the flight as well that were very upset. That's such a shameless display of brute force by authorities in the sole interest of callous corporate greed, however, portends a frightening potential hybridization on the horizon in this well-established police state.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.